All right, maybe we're live now. We were talking for about 5 minutes thinking that we were live. Hopefully, if we have to have something go wrong every week, it's nice if that thing that goes wrong happens before we go live. No one sees it for once.
Right, exactly.
We're going to wait a minute or two to see if people in the chat let us know that we're actually live.
I'm not even getting chat right now. It's gonna go.
I wonder if Twitch is swamped on the first Friday after like a billion things dropped.
Right.
Still says offline here.
Huh. They're destroying the floor underneath us. Yeah, I don't see it.
Did we log in wrong when we...
I don't see any Twitch videos.
I don't see Twitch videos, and I don't see any Twitch comments either.
You can't see the stream unless you bought via stream as far. That's not true.
Do you want to check and see if maybe we didn't log in correctly? Maybe they'll someone make a comment in the chat that
Mike Builder is not only the general manager, he's also the IT manager.
Live now. I mean,
loading video. Maybe it is.
Hey! Holy cow! You see us now?
Okay. What happened? I don't know what happened, but
all right.
That was a fun couple minutes of us just being like,
what the hell is happening?
Is it going? Is it not?
I see it
I
now.
don't know.
I see it.
I see it
Yay.
now.
Oh wow! Breathe again. Yes.
Whew.
Hey everybody!
It's finally Friday. We're here.
Yay!
All right. I don't know what you heard, what we said or didn't say.
Start over.
I'll start over. Basically, we're going to be speaking with Tom Gottlieb, the voice of Cookie Masterson. He's going to be answering your questions in the chat. We'll probably play something as well, maybe Fibbage XL. We haven't played that on the stream yet.
Sure. Or maybe a little Drawful too.
We could play Drawful as well. It's funny, I was talking to Tom and he was like, I haven't gotten to play Drawful yet, so maybe he'll want to see Drawful.
Perfect.
Even though he doesn't host that one. And screw it, maybe we should try calling him up and see if he's here. See if he's there.
See his ear.
He may be waiting for us to actually like call and text
Call
him.
him.
Maybe he's in the bathroom right now.
I can text him on Skype.
Oh wait,
That would be all right.
Hey!
Oh, he's revealing himself.
Well, it's the face and everything. Here, let me get a better view here.
I can't see you guys though.
Hey, Tom! It's Tom Gottlieb, the voice of Cookie Masterson. His face and everything. Let us know in
Thank God he's wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Although that is a plunging.
I thought I would dress up. I don't know where to go.
Where did what?
You have nowhere to go.
I don't know where to go. Let us know in the chat how well you can hear Tom's voice. We were testing out earlier, and I wasn't sure how loud stuff was.
The Tuesday face of Cookie Masterson. Sorry, BMK, just busting your chops.
Right. What room are we in?
Well, you're not able to see us, I don't think.
Okay.
So we're in the conference room.
Can I go to the Twitch room though?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, just go to
to
Jackbox Games on Twitch.
Yeah. You'll
Right.
only
Check
see a
before.
delay though, so anything that you do now, you'll see in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But you can follow along with the chat.
Twitch plays Fibbage?
No. Just search for Jackbox Games.
Search for the channel Jackbox Games if you can. Welcome to Explaining Twitch to Tom. Which I like to as if we're experts. Like we couldn't figure out how to get it started 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A struggle.
It works. Now it works.
Tom, while you're looking it up, are you in your home recording studio right now?
Yes. I'm in my
Where
my
the magic
state-of-the-art closet. Oh wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear your
Watch
ad.
an ad.
You're gonna need to mute it. Click the little X on the speaker.
Yeah, because you're gonna get a weird 15-second relay delay.
Okay.
So, do you actually have light in your closet? I always imagine it being very dark and kind of scary in there. But... Oh wait, did we lose you?
We may have lost him. Well, that was it. So.
Hope you guys enjoyed Tom.
That's about all you got.
Oh, he's back.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's see if there's any.
You know what though? I think I may turn a lamp on and turn this light off because it gets really hot in here.
Okay. A lamp sounds good.
I know you've told this story before, Tom, but it gets pretty hot. Well, the creepy.
Oh, that's even better.
Wow.
It's very
so
mysterious.
Adcool said this is creepy for some reason. Well, now it's definitely creepy.
Yeah.
Right.
I like to imagine you're going to see someone just like sneak in by that window and sneak up behind you.
Or is that a mirror in the closet?
Oh, that's terrible. You can't see anything, right?
Oh no, actually,
There you go.
That's pretty good.
I kind of liked it.
Ooh.
Whoa, now it's creepy.
Tell us a scary story. Tom, real quick though, do you mind telling a story about how hot it gets in your booth and how it got so hot one summer when I think you were recording, you know, Jack, the 2011 console version?
Yeah. I don't have any ventilation in here. So what I have to do when it gets hot is I just, I crack my door open. And, in the summer, I'll have the AC running. So it's usually, a nice little bit of relief. But,
Oh boy, I can't decide.
I was
don't
putting
know
in
if,
like 6 to 8 hours, and I was just I was just recording in my underwear or naked, depending on if I needed to shed out one extra piece of cotton off my body. But yeah, it's this is.
It's kind of going in. You're kind of going in and out a little bit, Tom. I don't know. There's probably nothing we can do to fix that.
That's what she said.
Bubba Gump for life said that you look like you're in Guantanamo Bay,
which is where he does his best work.
So if you're playing next time you play, Jack 2011, just imagine if a question seems especially sexy, it's probably because Tom was recording naked.
Or it feels a little especially dirty and especially greasy.
No Pulse in our chat says, good thing it's not hot right now.
Where does it say that?
It is hot in here.
It is a little
we
hot
could
in
probably
here,
start, just roaming in here, I guess.
Let's go through some of the questions we've got already. Player One TV says, wouldn't it be great to hear him say, now it's time for a Jack attack in his sexy voice that he does it in?
I don't think I can reproduce that unless I have the mic in front of me.
I'm right here.
Like I have to get into character.
Are you saying that the mic is representing something to you, Tom, as you're getting close to it? To get that sexy on?
Wait, there's the mic!
Oh, there we go.
This is my cookie mask. Can you see it?
Yeah,
it's good. It's very complicated looking.
What is this? Thank you for the beautiful song, Adam. You were very talented.
We're just having people ask you to say
Right,
things.
there's voiceover requests here.
I think that's Adam, who has been a big fan for a long time and has posted stuff on our Facebook page, including sending a piano version of the Jack theme several years back.
Is this Adam Coolidge?
I think so, yeah. And he's been asking for a thank you ever since. I think we did thank him.
We thanked him a few times.
We've been supporting you for a long time,
Right.
Adam.
Right. Right.
I think
Yeah.
you.
I mean, maybe he needs one from Tom, I guess, but
I feel like you put your name on a forehead at some point.
9mm Preacher asks, you guys have made Twitch streaming so much more interactive and fun. Now that you know Twitch is popular for your games, will you release any new games with streaming in mind?
yes, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. I think the party pack is a good example of additional ways to stream games. There's at least 3 of the games in there you can play over Twitch, and you can get lots of people to play, especially Live Swatter with up to 100 people. But we see a lot of people doing it, and we're really supportive of it. And I think some of the games going forward will be designed from the ground up with Twitch in mind, and to really take advantage of it.
We want to really hug that 15-second delay. And
yeah, right. It seems to go really well.
Someone asked earlier how soon the Jackbox Party Pack is coming out to Steam. We're hoping by Thanksgiving, fingers crossed.
Which is soon, we realize.
Which is very soon.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're working on right now. But besides that, we're also just starting to percolate on what the next things are going to be.
Right.
And we're definitely thinking about Twitch a lot and what fun things we can do with it. Here's some cookie questions. Tom, what's your background? How did you get into recording for the games?
Well, I was writing for the very early versions of You Don't Know Jack, the first version, and I was doing that exclusively for. I was doing that. I played a small character in the first version. I was the sign-in stage manager, and then eventually we had Harry was the first host, and then we had somebody else for volume 2, and then I was kicked upstairs, and depending on how you look at it, and that was how my hosting career started.
Someone else asked, where did the name Cookie Masterson come from?
Interesting story. Not because it's an interesting story, but I just like saying interesting story to preface anything. The interesting story is, the not very interesting story is, I came up with Cookie, and I don't know where Cookie came from. I just sort of liked the idea for that name, and that was the name of that sign-in character whose personality was different than the Cookie that people have come to know. Like really kind of unintelligent and I don't know if Cookie is refined, but this guy was really unrefined. And he just seemed like sort of, kind of like the short order cook named Cookie. Sort of, he was a little bit of a jackass, and he didn't have a last name. But when I became the host, Cookie had to have a last name, and my idea was that his last name would be Jar, but like spelled Jahr. Why, I don't know. But one of our writers, Brian Shard, came up with the name Masterson, and I think by consensus that was selected.
Tom Adcool asks, Tom, poopsie or mayonnaise?
It's like asking me like my left ball or my right ball.
Follow-up question from the chat. Tom, left ball or right ball?
Left.
This is kind of for all of us. How many new question types did you make for the new You Don't Know Jack, and will nocturnal admissions return?
That is not returning.
Nocturnal admissions, maybe we talked about this last week. Nocturnal admissions is awesome, but the amount of art for just one question is insane.
It's a lot of work, yeah. It's a lot of work. And we only have really 1.5 artists, or maybe one third artist.
Yeah, there's a staggering amount of
art that has to happen.
A staggering amount of stuff for very few people.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Tom. What was that you're saying?
Said more art, Allard.
Yeah, right. Allard's just slacking, right?
Promote yourself from half to a third.
I am. Well, that's all I have time for. That's all I've been allotted for.
So no nocturnal admissions, but
No.
there are a couple new question types. There's a new old man centric question type, which people have pointed out is kind of like a return of an old question type.
There's a new Dilly O'Brien, which is
There's
actually
there's some
Right.
real fun
some real
Dilly
gender
O'Briens.
bending
Yeah, stuff.
Really?
Yeah, just go ahead and give it away.
Gender bending.
Oh, exciting.
And there are a couple other question types. I don't remember them off the top of my head. Oh, there's a new Elephant Mustard, Teddy Roosevelt, or Dracula variant.
Oh yeah. What is? Can we share that?
Yes.
Yeah, the game's out.
Released.
Yeah.
Game's out. So did anyone let him out of the closet yet?
Right, so Tom, you can relax now. We're done recording for the game. The game launched on Tuesday.
I know, but what's it called? The new Elephant Mustard.
I keep forgetting the name of it. It's
Oh.
Kangaroo.
Peanut.
Uranus.
Albert Einstein.
Albert
Einstein Uranus.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Because Albert Einstein poops Uranus.
yes.
And which crazy.
People are asking fantasy football questions.
They are?
I actually wanted you to answer someone earlier. I think it's already scrolled past. But someone wanted to know. Well, someone wanted to know if you had any good fifth wheel stories.
No.
By definition, there are no good fifth wheel stories. I did see some of the outtakes, and I could just say it's hardcore porn.
Really?
That's all I can say about it.
Wow.
Let's see here. Tom, what is your favorite type of question to record?
For You Don't Know Jack, I
Yeah.
assume.
Or other.
Yeah, right. Fibbage.
I really.
While you're thinking, I will say that my favorite, as a writer, someone who's written way too many You Don't Know Jack questions, and sometimes you run out of inspiration. If I can't think of a good question, I will just start thinking of either weird sounds to make Andy Pollin, our sound effects guy, make. And in fact, sometimes I'll challenge myself to come up with the weirdest thing possible, like just to see if he can do it.
Like an example.
Like a death metal mariachi band. I wrote a question just to see if he could do that, basically. I've also written like a bee vomiting, I think was one.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Or I will be like, what is something that I think it would be funny / difficult for Tom to do? Making him scream, cry, sing, gargle, water.
Arnie is the king of that. You tortured me. There are always Arnie questions.
It's because I'm struggling for inspiration at this point. I just have to torture you. You mentioned that it's really hard to do underwater ones, which I never thought about the fact that you.
Doing underwater ones while I'm talking, it's hard to talk with, because I would actually, I would have like a bottle of water, like I have here always, and I would put something in my mouth. Well, it's really hard to talk like that, and have it get picked up on mic.
It seems dangerous for your equipment too.
Or your health.
No, my
you make a joke.
Recording dis or dats always took a little bit longer. Those are more time consuming, but I always like hearing like a full version of a dis or dat.
Peak B asks, are Tom and Harry related to the Gottliebs of pinball fame in Chicago?
No, but interesting story. This is true. Oh, and true story. Our grandfather lived in the same building on the same floor as the Gottlieb pinball machine patriarch.
Really?
Wow.
I did not know that.
Yeah, weird.
Did they know each other? Did they hang out?
I think they, would say hi in the elevators. Like, hey, Gottlieb, what's up?
I like how weirdly specific and useless some of these questions from the chat are. No offense. But here's the question. Were you actually eating a fortune cookie for the Cookie Fortune with Cookie Fortune Cookie Masterson questions?
Occasionally. But a lot of times it was a cracker.
The magic is ruined.
Yeah.
I mean, the magic is now ruined.
Yeah,
Sometimes
membrane just.
it was just
I can't wait for the Kotaku article that comes out of this. Newsflash,
Scandal.
sometimes it's a cracker.
Wait, is that Paul Rubens in the
Meaning you?
That's what somebody said.
That's Ben Paul Rubens back there.
Yeah,
Ben Rubens.
Yeah.
He's my uncle.
Sharp Evil asks, what would you consider the high point so far of the You Know Jack franchise? Was it the short-lived game show?
That'd be the high point?
Wow, we've really been running on fumes if that's true. No, that would not be the high point. That would be a point.
You were the not the host, but you were like the announcer of that show, right?
I was the Don Pardo of that show.
Were you ready for that as well?
There were some things in that show that were actually kind of funny, but it just it just didn't resemble our game at all because it had to be tailored toward Paul Rubens' sensibility, which is just its own thing,
9mm.
I don't know. I think the ride. I don't know if I would call it the high point, but I think that attracted a lot of people to the game, a lot of new people to the game.
The ride was my favorite as just a fan at the time.
We talked about it with Harry too. We like that.
Yeah.
The ride's one of my favorites, even though I had nothing to do
And
with it.
Steve-O, editor.
Hi Tom, this is Paul Rubens.
Steve-O, you were involved with the TV show. Correct?
Yes, I actually lived on Tom's couch for a few weeks. Or maybe it was a few months. I don't know. Tom probably remembers more than I do.
People in the chat were asking if doing the TV show is
My couch, my bed.
The high point? I would like to have been high for much of it. But no, it was not. I mean, it was, I'm sure Tom answered it, but we loved Paul Rubens, but, wasn't exactly the best fit all the way around, I think.
I like the conveyor belt.
The conveyor belt was great.
Yeah.
Part of the thing was, this is a little inside story, part of the thing was, like, they had the question writers, which me and Tom and a couple other people were for, like, game show question writers.
Yeah.
They had us in a separate room from the comedy writers.
Huh.
Who were more like sitcom,
Guys.
some guys, and there was a couple, and they came up with some good bits, but just the fact that we weren't mixing very much. We had one meeting with Paul Rubens, who sat at the head of the table, and just kind of very awkward, and the producer, Robert Morton of David Letterman show fame,
yeah.
Right.
and just sort of a big, awkward, long table meeting. It's like, I guess it was kind of like this.
A little less awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, but it wasn't all terrible. There's a lot of good times.
Going back to questions from the chat, Mario Master asks, speaking of the ride, how did you come up with the idea to use all of the hosts together and split off at certain episodes? Who?
Sounds like a hairy concept.
Yeah, right. Anyone know the answer to that?
No, I think it was just the game was supposed to be the last one.
Yeah.
This is it. So let's just get all the hosts in here, and it'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
And then that obviously didn't work.
Yeah.
And then it lives.
It was sort of like Michael Jordan's retirement, We teased people, but then we came back.
and started playing baseball.
Right.
MGJ asks, is this going to get archived? I just joined and I'd love to watch the whole thing later. Yeah, most Twitch feeds have, like, you can watch the broadcast if you look at our Twitch, if you go to profile. And also, we put all of these on our Jackbox Games YouTube page. And then we usually tweet about them and put them up on Facebook. So if you go down here, you'll be able to, we'll notify you about it. Or just Google Jackbox Games on YouTube and follow us, subscribe to us there.
Does Cookie still like the word Dick Sissel?
I love that word.
Should we play something?
Sure.
Innes says that the sound's way muffled.
The sound overall is muffled, or
Drop your volume.
Mine?
No, I think we're all, yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Anyone else having a problem with the sound in chat?
This is Dave Innes saying this.
That's
Yeah, right. What's the funniest thing you've had to say, Tom?
Yeah, I think maybe pronouncing the name of that Icelandic volcano.
Now, who wrote that question? And was that specifically a challenge to Tom to pronounce? Is that you?
It might have been me, or it might have been Arnie. I don't know, one of us wrote that.
I vividly remember that one. I've written a lot of spelling questions, like how to spell Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff like that. So it sounds like maybe something I would have done. But it's so weird. It's so hard to remember specific questions that I wrote and didn't write. If it's really good, I tend to remember it as myself having written it, whether I have or not. Like that's like a horrible, selfish way to feel about it.
So you remember 2 questions?
I remember
Sometimes I look at the question database at questions like that just to see the back and forth in the comments.
Kate Upton is the host of Drawful.
For some reason, having trouble seeing.
Which one?
So if you look over there, the game is playing, and up on the screen, it's frozen. So I don't know.
Try flipping the scene again.
What body part is that, Tom?
What? Oh, my hand. I'm moving this thing.
The mouse. Keep talking.
Let's see here. A lot of people talking about what browsers they use and what browsers they don't use. So
It does sound good to me, actually, by the way.
I think it's worth talking a little bit more about pronunciation because obviously it's hard to know how to pronounce that volcano. But my understanding is that Tom has trouble knowing how to pronounce lots of words that are less hard than volcano.
What? Like what?
No, he just likes to have things spelled out if they're slightly,
Oh,
odd words. Yeah.
That's my only. Like it's impressive that my major complaint to the writing staff is the lack of pronunciations.
Yeah, I will admit to being
giving me too much credit because there are certain things that I just I don't know how to say a certain name of an animal or a obscure town in Indiana or something,
Right.
I don't want people to write in and say, "Hey, idiot! It's it's Terre Haute."
Right. I remember when Zach Galifianakis, we wrote like a Zach Galifianakis question in like 2007. It was when he first was becoming big.
Like, what the
We
hell
spent
is
we
that?
spent hours trying because we heard it like 18 different ways on every video that we watched, and we just finally picked what we thought was the closest.
And what was that? Zach Galifianakis?
I don't. You should go back and listen. It may very well be.
Yeah, the streamer seems to be locked up at the moment.
So we can't even switch views, but it's all right if you see the giant black box instead of the game.
Right.
The most compelling thing is talking to Tom. I will admit I hate looking up the pronunciations. I don't know why. So I will sometimes, if I'm writing a question and I'm like, oh, I probably need to look up a pronunciation for this. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to write this question. It's not worth it to me. Unless it's really good.
I mean, sometimes I'll not sometimes, a lot of times I'll look things up online on like, what are the different pronunciation sites?
Like, how'd you say?
How'd you say? And
Yeah.
but some of them are wrong.
Yes.
Some of them are just wrong. And then there's the one where people from that country will pronounce the name of somebody with a foreign sounding name.
Right. And then you start to sound like Alex Trebek when he like throws in a foreign sounding word in the middle of
Exactly.
English.
Pretend.
Yeah.
Tom, someone asked in the chat, has Tom ever prank called anyone as Cookie Masterson?
No, because I think they would all know it was me.
Yeah.
I feel like you should prank call someone as Cookie Masterson right now. Would you be willing to do that?
People have asked me to be the voice on their voicemail. I've had that request before.
Everybody post their phone number to the chat.
One of my favorite Tom moments is when you introduced Harry and Brenda at his wedding, and Harry had that live band do the intro, the opening to the music, like for a question, and then Tom went into total cookie mode, and you did this great introduction for those two, and it was hilarious. It was like You Don't Know Jack live. At that point, I was like, we have to take this to Vegas. This would be amazing.
I did, for a benefit, I did live You Don't Know Jack, which was, it was tricky, especially doing something like, the Dis or Dat or the Jack Attack. I mean, it was live. We had things on a screen, but it wasn't actual gameplay. Very hard to do. So, thank you, graphics.
Tom, people are posting fake phone numbers in the chat. Here's my question. If someone posted their real phone number in the the thing is, though, they would have your phone number then.
Yeah.
So
you can call from
Skype.
Is there a payphone?
You can call from your Google Voice.
You can call from Skype and I think it's kind of anonymous.
Yeah, but he's on Skype. Like, we couldn't see him do it right now. Yeah. Do you have a burner phone? Are you a drug dealer?
That's the other business that Jackbox Games is in.
Yeah. Drugs?
I'm not saying it.
How much do you think this person is talking about? They would pay pretty much any price for me to record their voicemail.
I think that's a great question.
Yeah.
How much would you pay?
What is he talking about? Kicking 222.
It seems like a nice side business. We should probably do that.
No.
Seriously, why not?
At one point, we wanted to start a ringtone site.
Record it on cassette and mail it.
Hey, can I?
$30 equals I would pay almost anything.
If I type in a message, how will it show up?
On the screen.
I don't know. You probably have to have a Twitch account to chat.
How are you signed in right now? Oh, you're not?
Yeah.
Probably just watching it. Yeah.
You might need to restart the streaming program. Not this one, but the other one.
I was gonna ask.
I'm worried that'll somehow.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, let's ask people in the chat. Would you how invested are you in playing something, or you just want to chat with Tom? Because things are being a little hinky right now, so we're worried that it might crash everything.
Let's have them say things that they want Tom to say in Cookie's voice.
It's too. I want to play though.
Including marriage proposals.
Right. We're not going to do that for free. I mean, if people are willing to pay $30 to $50,
true.
Don't listen to the NBA. Do it for free.
I mean, we will sell
I'll get married for $50.
I like this question. People have been asking about commercials. Can you talk more about the commercials? What was your favorite, and do you record these commercials separately from the games? Like what? Steve could probably speak to that.
Yeah, what we usually do is we write all the questions for a particular game. We get all that stuff recorded, and then in the last few weeks before we close up shop for that game, we start doing the commercials, and then the writers write the scripts, and we pick the best ones. And usually the writers themselves go in and do some of the recording. They bring in friends from outside to get a variety of voices in. We use other people in the office, including Mike and Arnie and Ben. Have you done?
No.
Okay, well someday Ben will get into a commercial. And
when we need a Paul Rubens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Impersonator
Exactly.
in the booth.
Shut up, Bubba. There's we probably write each writer probably writes like 7 or 8 options, and then we pick 2 or 3 or 4 maybe from each writer, and then we end up with a batch of 20 to 25 new ones for each game, maybe 30 new ones for each game. And then we also include some of the old ones from the best ones from previous games.
Yeah, the commercial writing process is usually a couple of weeks near the end of the game making process. Usually, it's nice to take a break from writing questions and just make commercials. It's one of the more fun parts of the job.
Why are they keeping Tom in a dungeon?
Because that's where he does his best.
It's in his contract.
I like that someone named the Jizzbin is asking why are they keeping Tom in a dungeon. Like, oh, I'm a guy who associates himself with the Jizzbin, and I think where Tom is right now looks terrible.
I like this
one of my favorite. Go ahead, Tom.
Saying Liam Neeson's monologue from Taken. I have a very specific set of skills.
There's 2 calls for that now. Someone seconded it.
One of my favorite commercials back to that, Arnie, was your recent one about Jeff Hansen. That
one
sticks with me.
Yeah. Who is a real person.
Who is a real person.
We had to get a legal waiver signed from because we were going to berate him in a commercial.
Yeah, there's a commercial that's just a guy saying that he hates Jeff Hansen and is very adamant that this is true, that he's a real person and he really hates him. And we had to get a legal release. There's more than one Jeff Hansen, but
this specific the one we're talking about.
The one we're talking about.
Alluded to.
Yeah. It's a real person. I tend to slip name, I'm bad with coming up with names, so if I have to come up with a name for something.
Evan Jacover for best friend.
Evan Jacover, best friend for hire. I wrote that one.
Use everyone's real names.
Yeah, it's Mike Builder. I wrote all the Mike Builder general manager commercials.
They're very straight.
Vance Van Van, I wrote that commercial, and I am Vance Van Van.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with the concept. I think that was just one of the wrong answer to the game prizes.
Let's watch. What are we looking at?
What is that?
Somebody asked if I was wearing a Pebble, which is my watch, and yes, I am.
Wow, spy cam.
Wow, good eye.
Paper, plastic, or douche?
Who's the most famous person who's been in a commercial? Have we ever had any famous people in any of our audio commercials?
Mike Brum is probably the most.
No,
famous.
I mean we've had celebrity appearances, but not in commercials.
Yeah, right.
I always liked him in the Denver Omelet. That was one of my favorite commercials.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's one of the announcers on the Big Ten Network, who's also a local improviser, who is, I think, in some of the commercials, but he's not particularly, he's famous within certain circles, but not super famous.
I think Chalky might be the most famous person in a commercial.
Infamous, I would say.
Hey, this is an interesting question. Someone asked me to sing the "You Don't Know Jack" theme. Why have we never put lyrics to that song?
We did.
We did. There are.
Did we? What is? I've never heard it.
You don't know Jack. You do.
Oh, right.
Jack. Yeah, that's basically what it was.
It's at the end credits of
Yeah.
one volume.
Jack. You really don't know Jack. Something like that.
Oh, that's ancient. Yeah, like Michelle Sobel was on that.
Can Tom do any impersonations?
Actually, if you listen to any of our themes, you can always hear the actual title of the theme.
Yeah.
Like Drawful is like, if you listen to it, you hear like Drawful, Drawful, or like Lie Swatter.
Lie Swatter definitely goes through my head.
Lie Swatter. Oh, here we go. How are the celebrity YDKJ games arranged and recorded? And good stories, yes. So, for those, Tom and Andy, our audio guy, and I would be on the call with the pre-arranged. I won't get into the arrangement process. That was
Yeah. How
that
do
was
you
like-
reach out to someone's people?
But the calls were always interesting because you got very different personalities. I believe that Jonathan Katz, who you may know from Jonathan Katz,
Dr. Katz.
the show, the show, the TV show. He did the entire call from a hotel lobby, and we were trying to get good clean audio, and I'm almost certain he had a flip phone of some kind, like an old, flip phone.
Analog.
Yeah, and he was also a very quiet talker, so it was very that you had that, and then you had someone like Bob Odenkirk, who it was just we were trying not to laugh the whole time, if I remember correctly. And then Maria Bamford was like awesome. She shows up on video. Like we were doing audio calls with everybody, and she's like, "I'm here," and she was on Skype. And we're like, "We're not going to use your video," but she stayed on video for the entire call with us.
Yeah. And she's cute.
Sure.
Zach Morris.
Hey, who is the other, not Doc, who's the other guy who he's been on Dr. Katz?
Oh,
Andy Kindler.
No, H. John Benjamin. Is that who you're thinking about, or Andy Kindler?
Wait, who? Who's Steve-O?
Andy Kindler. You talking about the guys that did the?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was
Andy Kindler.
he was crazy. I mean, we just had to say any kind of introduction, and he was off to the races for 2 hours.
Yeah.
We should release even longer. We didn't release a longer Andy Kindler version.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we should
Yeah,
just
we had
release
two
like a
versions.
full 5-hour Andy Kindler Jack episode.
Like, yeah,
It's only 5 questions, but
the full neurosis of Andy Kindler.
Right. No, Regis is not hosting the YDKJ 2015 DLC.
Although that would be awesome.
But we have you to do it.
Right.
Yeah, do your impression.
Yes, Regis.
Well, I will say this: when we did the 2000 Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, 1999. All right, so Allard didn't work really for Jellyvision at the time. He worked for Disney Interactive, and he picked up Regis in a cab.
Yeah.
Got Regis a cab because he was told that he wanted a cab.
People liked, Regis's people said that he doesn't like taking limos. He
No
likes
limos.
cabs.
Cabs.
He's a regular guy.
Yep.
Likes to, lives in New York City, takes a cab to work every day.
Right. So he shows up at our office. It's 7:00 in the morning. I guess he figured we would all be there. No one was there. It was me and Harry and Allard. Me and Harry opened the door, and he's like, "Hello, jelly people!" And no one was there. And he's like, "Can you believe it? He got me a cab! He got me a cab! Who gets a cab? I'm a celebrity!"
He went on
Yeah.
that day, or went on the next day. He was on whatever that show he did, Regis and Kathy Lee.
Yeah.
And Rosie O'Donnell was the replacement. And Rosie O'Donnell and Regis Philbin basically tore apart my mother for naming me Allard. She was like, "What kind of name is Allard?" And just destroyed me. Somewhere in my house I have a videotape of this.
On air?
On air. And of course I showed this to my mother at some point, and she was like, "I don't like that lady."
I mean,
but she intimated that my mother was on drugs when she named me.
to be fair, what kind of name is Regis?
Yeah,
Wow. Good question.
Very
exactly.
I will say this, and I'm only stating fact. I'm only stating fact here. He took a nap. Regis took a nap on our couch at the office.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah,
he's
Here he
here.
is.
Oh,
He's here,
Rage, how
everybody.
you doing?
Good times though.
Hello, Jelly Bean.
Hello, jelly people.
Anyway, Tom's here, and we're talking about a game that he didn't even record.
But Tom was not. No, you were not.
No, I was.
You were living in LA, I think.
Oh,
During that time, right? Didn't you move to LA when I moved to Chicago, Tom? Around that time?
when Allard, when you
1999?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think Tom and I were probably both in Chicago in 1995 for the first time, when Tom had long hair.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It's sort of longish again, but yeah.
Yeah, I would call it muffy.
Are there plans to release any additional content or DLC for any of the games in the party pack? The party pack just came out on Tuesday, so how could you possibly have gone through all of the content already?
There's so much content in the party pack.
Yeah.
There's 6,000 questions in Wise Water.
6,000 in Live Swatter, 50 episodes of You Don't Know Jack. Word Spud is pretty much infinite gameplay.
Yeah, the Drawful has over 1,000.
1,000 different unique prompts in Drawful. Fibbage has got 50% more content than the last Fibbage. I mean,
so the answer is yes.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But it's not in the immediate plan.
And there's a secret code to turn on all the German translations.
There's not. But yeah, DLC only for Word Spud, right, Evan? That's right. An R-rated version for us terrible people. We talk about that a lot over here.
I think every 6 weeks.
Yeah. It would have to be its own standalone product, rated M, obviously.
Yeah, because you can't. So if one of the games in our pack was rated M, then the whole pack would be
correct.
Rated M.
That's right. What we like to do instead is kind of put the control in your guys' hands, so that if you want to make it an M-rated game, the way you play it, you can do that. But the content we put out there isn't M-rated.
We enjoy watching other games and seeing how dirty and filthy.
And it doesn't take long on a weekend to bounce around on Twitch and find the super dirty people
totally.
playing our games. Yeah.
And when we play here amongst ourselves, it gets
when you
dirty.
get to like game 4 or 5, it starts turning blue.
Yeah, definitely.
What was that quote? The forest of penises?
Yeah, right.
It's okay if it's a forest of penises if we didn't drop it.
As long as we didn't put it in the game, that's right.
Here's a good question. It's not really for Tom, but Kazaj, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, asks, how has the YouTube publicity helped you guys so far? Fibbage on Rooster Teeth's Let's Play channel.
Hugely. The stuff that people have been streaming, and then the Let's Play videos. SourceFed Nerd's done a bunch of them. Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter guys have done some, and they've had millions of views. And those have significant effects on sales. We can see it when those post and when people are viewing them. So we love it, and we hope more people do it, because we're a small company. We don't have any kind of marketing expenditures of any size. So the only way that our stuff kind of gets promoted is through word of mouth and sharing stuff like that on Twitch and on YouTube, and what small promotion we might get for a short period of time from Microsoft or Sony. So, if you love it, if you like the stuff we do, tweet about it, upload videos of it, share it with people. It's how we become successful.
Yeah. I like to explain it as Fibbage was featured on the Today Show. There was nothing about it on Twitter. Sales.
Yeah, no material effect from the Al Roker talking about Fibbage on.
Yeah.
And then the Rooster Teeth video comes out, and it has significant
massive
effect.
Yeah, so that's really the power of YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that.
Saturday Night Jackbox game stream, but yeah, so far in the thought area. Yeah.
And we're a small company. Obviously, Jack, people think of us as being like this sort of massive franchise. We're very small, don't have a lot of marketing money, so
this is everyone.
This is it. So
there's like 3 other guys.
Yeah,
over there.
We really benefit from word of mouth, and for fans, you guys are really important to us. We really appreciate you, and the more that our fans can evangelize about our games, the better we'll do. It really means a lot to us, and it really is important to us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, it's real important.
Yeah, it's real important.
I have a question for our chat people. When people are playing on Twitch and they encounter somebody gets into the game who is a total jackass and just tries to sabotage the game with like a bunch of super like offensive Fibbage responses, how do people feel about that?
We'll find
Well,
out.
wait.
Yeah, right.
30 seconds.
30 second delay.
I've been noticing on Drawful, like the things that people are drawing. It's not just, dick pictures. It gets worse. It gets worse. It's just amazing, like how.
Surprisingly few dicks so far, actually, from what I've seen.
No, it's true. It's more swastikas, which is really disturbing.
It's everything. It's look at the internet.
I call them penises.
And swastika seems to be a popular word on Fibbage too, in Twitch.
So if you win 3 games in a row of Word Spud, you do get sent a potato. Evan fulfills all of that personally since he's such a fan
He
of the
grows
game.
the potatoes
So
himself.
just write to Evan at Jackbox Games and he'll send you a potato after you send a screenshot of 3 in a row.
We're definitely, as we think about games moving forward, it's something we want to like.
Raw
think about.
potatoes.
Yeah, raw potatoes. How much?
I can answer one question. Yes, my favorite secondary character is Old Man. That's easy.
Totally.
Oh yeah, definitely.
easy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of old man in the new game.
Yeah.
Depends on the crowd you're playing with. Overall, it stinks. I usually post in chat to please stop. If not, I end the broadcast to start again after a few minutes.
Right.
It sucks because it ruins the game for the rest of us. Wouldn't know. Yeah, I mean, I think, we notice similar things when we watch people stream. I mean, there are some groups that really embrace it and really like it. There are others that immediately get turned off by it.
Yeah.
And have learned some ways of kind of lobbying up before they actually share the stream. So, people or private messaging the room code so people aren't randomly joining.
Yeah.
But, maybe in the future there will be ways for us to kind of mitigate that a little bit or give more control to people so they can let in who they want to let in or kick individuals if they're not
That's a process.
playing nicely or something.
We've already like noodled on ways to do that. It's not a fast process for us to.
Right. Right. I mean,
integrate
all these
something like
suggestions, we take them to heart and we'll, certainly evaluate them in new games. But, a lot of people state obvious things, especially when Fibbage came out about certain ways to improve it. And we certainly take note of that stuff, but it's not, we're a small group, as I already said earlier, it's not as easy as just, oh yeah, great idea, let's do it. Those have big effects on our production bandwidth.
Someone asked, how do you do the voice of Billy O'Brien, Tom?
And I will jump in and say, I do love Old Man, but I do love me some Billy
I
O'Brien.
do love Billy
Yeah,
O'Brien.
I do too.
Why don't we just get an honesty poll here?
An honesty poll?
Yeah, Billy O'Brien is a controversial.
You guys are
Yeah,
very,
right.
you guys
Love
are
him or
very
hate him.
nice
Everybody
to
in
me.
this room
knows
knows.
I think the truth is the public hates Billy O'Brien.
Well,
I don't know about that.
He's
I
written
kind
to
of
be a
feel-
hateable character. I mean,
He's written to be really easy to write questions
It's
for.
not easy on the ears, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Does anyone have a strong affinity to any ventriloquist dummy? They're always a little bit creepy and annoying,
They are
right?
definitely
Always.
creepy.
Always.
As a child, I had a Willie Tyler and Lester ventriloquist puppet,
Oh, you did.
which I guess is maybe weird because Willie Tyler and Lester are African American and I'm a white kid with a little black ventriloquist puppet. I loved it, and that's why I'm not racist.
Did you creep everybody out with it though?
Or you're incredibly racist.
It's one of
we
those
don't
things
know.
where, like, I would bring it to elementary school, and the kids didn't think anything of it, but the parents, some of the adults were clearly like, "Oh no, that's not right. That's not right."
Well, your material was super racist, so that's why it wasn't
True,
right.
that's true.
Yeah,
Well, that's his
honestly,
voice.
These guys are they're all on target. They all like Billy.
My favorite
You like Billy?
My favorite Yellow Jack's moment is a Billy O'Brien.
Give us some Billy. I like Billy. I love that dummy.
I love that Billy O'Brien.
A little,
Dull.
the thing about Billy is, like, little insight. Like, a lot of comedy is just writing a different dumb guy.
Yeah.
Like like Old Man is just a different way to write a guy who doesn't know.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Billy fans.
There you go.
Yay.
So the great thing about Billy is he's actually not just another dumb guy. He's actually like
A smart
an
guy.
asshole.
Well, he's kind of, he makes fun of the dumb guy.
Yeah, well, Cookie is kind of a dumb guy.
It's true.
I mean,
Billy is more of an asshole than Cookie is.
Yeah.
I liked it.
If you could out asshole the asshole, that's awesome.
What are the performance issues with YDKJ on PS3? I don't know that we've seen those.
It runs slower.
Just runs slower? Yeah,
Is
I
that
don't
an
know.
Oh.
We will likely, we have a few things kind of in our hopper for fixes, and we may
Yeah.
do some patching of console, but that won't happen in the immediate. We obviously want to kind of get it out there for a while and see if there are other issues to address.
It's one of those
I
games
guess,
that's 60 frames per
Adam, you're
second.
just gonna have to buy it on Steam as well. Sorry.
Yeah,
When it
right.
comes out.
How did you do the question where Billy had his own dummy?
Oh.
That's
Or
my favorite.
how did you do the ones where you're drinking water and Billy's still talking?
It's impossible.
How did you do those?
How did you harmonize with
Yeah.
Billy?
How did you do the question where you were bitten by snakes and survived? How did you do that?
actually die when you killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did we kill all the interns?
Actually, Tom, you could certainly say no. Would you mind doing the Billy O'Brien voice, or is it like a painful thing for
You
you
can
to
turn
do?
the camera away so
That's
we
right.
just hear it.
Yeah, right.
Do you have to like hold your testicles while you do it? Like, is the kind of thing you can't do in
That's why the
public?
left one's the favorite.
No, that's how I always record. I think I would need my little alphabet cheat sheet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. I've written a bunch of them. I need it too.
Oh, there you go. I'd say random assorted you don't know Jack phrases. The category is press the S key.
The category is press the S key.
That was magic, Tom. I know
Taking
it seemed
away
boring,
some
but
money every time you're wrong. That's S for screw.
Hey, Evan, when is the Steam version coming out? That's a great question.
Yeah, maybe Evan should answer
Why don't
that.
you get out of chat and work on the Steam version?
Oh, we need a Billy O'Brien action figure. I love that idea.
We toyed with
Yeah.
a limited run in 2011 of like some dummies
Some
to sit
dummies,
on
yeah.
everyone's desk.
We ended up just putting it into the prop store of Xbox.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
right. Avatar items.
We had
Right?
an
Those
Avatar
were
on
great.
that.
Those were really good.
They were good.
I loved having my Avatar having a Billy
When that
O'Brien.
was the thing.
Puppet.
And he drank water, didn't he? While he was
Yeah.
doing it? Yeah.
They don't really. The new console, the new generation
that.
doesn't have anything like that.
Nothing
really.
like that.
It was actually lots of fun to work with the company who did that. They did
Yeah.
a great job. Because it's apparently stupidly complicated to do.
Party Pack is on Xbox One, PS3, and PS4, and it will be on Steam if Evan gets out of chat sometime next week.
It's Mr. Game Show.
How long does it take to record the average question with all the side comments, Tom?
Oh. The average question?
Like not like the ones that are only kind of good.
So like,
Right.
So are you
Artie's question versus Stevo's question.
10 to 12 minutes.
Per question?
Yep.
And how many takes do you do of that question before you're happy with it?
Oh. You know, when I first started doing this, I would do, oh my gosh, I would do 10 different takes of every single line. Because I didn't really, I hadn't really found the voice yet. And I thought everything that I was doing sucked. And everyone liked Nate better. And so I think now I probably, it depends on the question, how complicated it is, how long it is, if I can't do it in one breath. But I don't know. I probably 2 or 3 takes.
They want to know where all the outtakes are. They want to hear your gag reel.
Hey, I provided an outtake reel, but I don't think anything came of it.
Maybe that's
Did
something
like a couple
Yeah.
years ago. Got
you can put on the
like
blog or
me
something.
yelling
Yeah.
at my dogs and and then I stopped doing it.
I think we
But,
should release a new. You know,
Andy might have it.
All right.
It's like where he sneezes.
But
Oh, God.
Well, we've been archiving the questions from the 2011 game, from the social mobile game, from this game, and we've got a lot of commercials
Yeah.
Okay.
and a gag reel, and we've been talking as well about another You Don't Hear Jack.
Yeah. People in the chat, let us know if
Compilation,
that'd be
yeah.
something you'd be interested in buying, like on iTunes or something.
Yeah.
You don't hear Jack
You don't hear Jack.
2.
Oh yeah.
Good new question. A lot of good new commercials.
Looks like Bubba Gump still has the Billy O'Brien prop and the one-legged pant.
I heard the bearded man say the Steam version is worldwide.
Bearded man. What is that?
That could be it.
correct.
Yeah, that could be a lot of them.
That is correct. It will
It's
be
Arnie or
worldwide.
Allard. Oh no.
Bearded man, yes. agrees with this.
How hard is it to record without cracking up, Tom?
I'm immune to humor now, so it's rare that I don't laugh during a recording session. It's pretty routine. I mean, there have been a couple of questions where I left it in and I uploaded the media, and I'm not sure. And like once or twice, I think that it's gone through, but there have been a couple of times where I couldn't get a good take because I was laughing so much.
Yeah.
And I kind of like those takes because it's just, that's just how I felt while I was recording it. And I think breaking the fourth wall with the players is, I think it kind of adds to the game a little bit.
Why don't we talk about word putts? This electric mayhem.
Word putts!
Word putts!
Exclamation!
Well, no, we actually didn't make word putts.
That's not true.
Man, that's
not true at all.
We love word putts. Word putts.
Acrophobia.
Somebody way back asked who did the music. That's Andy Poland. He's that music guy.
Yeah.
And now that we're finally got this whole Skype setup, working, we're gonna have Andy on soon.
Yeah. He is actually the funniest person.
Have you ever thought about pitching Fibbage to networks for a game show? That'd be great, and it would be great marketing for your company. Bob, those are great ideas.
Starring Paul Rubens.
Yes, if we can get Paul Rubens back, we're money. We're gold. No, it's funny you say that, but we're actually looking at things like that, and we've been approached and are approaching, and there's quite a bit of fans of our games, so there may be something that comes with that.
Bring back acrophobia.
We'll see.
Adam, we know you're
never
not
brought-
fans here. Yes. We're not bringing back acrophobia.
Stream's
because
over.
We did not come up with it.
Actually,
We were coming up on an hour, so why don't we try to see? Do we think it's totally not going to work?
I mean, I can.
If it crashes, there's like, can you
No
just?
feed.
Yeah, so I think I need to reboot the streamer, but I'm worried if I unplug it,
Well, maybe
it might
try
crash.
just for the hell of it. Try going back there
Uh-huh.
and hit remove on that. Hit remove.
Okay.
Now try adding it again. What is it? Yeah, add.
I think the capture device is bugged.
Yeah, I think the capture device needs to be kind of restarted or replugged
okay.
in. And fix the capture card. That's right. I'm worried if I do that, it might kill the whole stream. So
Do it anyway.
So one of two things is going to happen right now.
Right.
This stream is going to end.
Right.
Say goodbye.
Or we'll have a game.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Oh, camera's not available.
Okay.
Well, nobody needs to see any of
This is
that.
the third option. I just made
Very confused. What are all the options again?
This is totally gonna work.
If it works,
Let's see.
this may be weird. Someone suggested in the chat that we play Word Spud, and Tom reads the phrases that people type in to Word Spud.
That's not a bad idea. That'd be kind of fun. All right, let's try this
You know
again.
what, Jack?
Hey!
The thing I suggested 45 minutes ago worked.
Quiet, Ben. Shouldn't you be working on the Steam version?
No.
Okay. All right, Tom. Are you
Yeah.
able to see?
I'm creating
Able to see the game?
username.
Well, when the stream catches up.
That's the room code. People go ahead and hop on in. As always, please don't type in anything hateful or
Don't-
terrible.
Do you have an entire bottle of wine?
Yep,
Yeah.
he does.
Over the past
What's
3
the
days.
handy dandy URL that I go to join the game?
It's jackbox.tv.
Oh.
Television.com
Nice.
/TV.
All right.
Oh, DJ Kipling. A bunch of
Hey.
us hopped into your Twitch feed of Drawful a day or two ago.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was really fun. You were a great host. People should all definitely check out DJ Kipling's Twitch feed. And he's charmingly British. We were all
Yes.
He is.
Yes.
we were all
Genre
enjoying how we would
hands-on.
say drawings.
Yes.
Oh, look at
Others
these,
also knows drawings.
look at these
I love them.
drawings.
Can you?
That's very special.
Someone go ahead and start it. There's enough people.
Hey Arnie, can we show the full version of the wedding proposal? Like the regular.
Yeah, we should show that soon.
Because there's like a 3-minute makeout in that. It's just the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Funny, says Ben. I can't
Around.
stop.
All right, Tom, you able to see the feed?
Obviously, we're going to delay.
That's all right.
Is it?
It's loading the video.
Okay.
Wait, are we in the same room?
Are you playing? Did you join the game?
It's the same. It's the same. You'll see us, and you'll see you, and you'll see.
I don't see.
the word,
It says loading video, and I'm still in chat with Cookie Masterson.
Okay, hang on.
Where I should be.
If you refreshed it, maybe you have to watch an ad before.
All right, I just Skyped you the URL. Go to that.
Wow. It's already.
I have a cookie blooper from Andy. Should we try and play that?
Yeah. Ooh. Hopefully this will sound good.
Motherfucker, dick, cock, monkey, face, vagina!
Wow! That is an outtake, for sure.
I'm glad we didn't listen to that before we.
Right. Sorry about that, everybody. That's why we don't make M games. We put big beeps over that entire thing.
Guys, we apologize.
But
for
it
the
just
profanity.
proves that I am actually saying the words.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
If there's a
Except
beat,
dead
you're
air.
usually cursing underneath it.
No.
I'd like to apologize to everyone in the chat for that profanity. We feel like a bunch of motherfucker donkey cock.
All right.
I don't know if 8 Minky heard this, but we were watching your Twitch earlier and having a lot of fun watching it.
We watch all of your streams.
Yes, because we have nothing better to do.
This one's really on fire.
That's not good. Are we gonna Twitch stream our own deaths?
Construction
Is your
downstairs.
son here?
Hey, Cookie is
My son did
Cookie's
set this
posting
up.
in the chat. Cookie,
Yes,
am
I am.
Yes, you are.
Yep.
I just created an account.
Oh wow!
That's
Look at
great.
that.
We probably should have taken Cookie Masterson before that.
I don't think that purple really shows up very well.
All right, that's a deep question, Tom. All right, Tom, do you see the video cloud from WordSpud here? All the words.
I do.
All right, they want you to read it.
As they go.
It's hard to read though. I mean,
The purple ones are hard to see.
Paradox. Or what
This
do you
is-
I guess just read the matches, maybe.
Just read random shit on the screen.
Paradox, and then whatever's typed
Yeah.
in and voted on.
The,
paradox.
Rhymes worth.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Ooh, I smell that too.
Paradox rhymes with
I don't feel so good.
I'm an ox.
It's not good.
We're just all dead.
Is that right?
All
Down.
die.
If it were something really toxic, we wouldn't actually smell it, right?
No. That's not how smell works.
It's not like we live above a drug scene. What is that smell?
They might be laying carpet downstairs or something.
Yeah, it does smell
Is it
like
that glue,
construction.
that Bernie glue?
Well, they were. I heard the gun.
Guys.
This is retarded. All right, Adcool doesn't like this idea. Are you playing, Adam? I don't see you in the game.
Don't be a dick.
Reading with Twitch delay won't be easy.
No, unless he's reading.
But if he reads them after they're gone, it's still fine. It's still funny to me.
Yeah.
But your questions are funny to you.
Eat it.
Oh, no, no.
The Jackbox Games stream drinking game
A
is
cookie, and it tasted good.
take a shot whenever someone mentions acrophobia.
We'd be dead.
You'd be drunk.
Yeah.
We should really come up with a. People in the chat, please concoct
Hi.
rules for the Jackbox drinking game.
And start tweeting it, and we'll start. Every time you tweet acrophobia, we'll
Hunting for friends.
Now I see why Ape Minky left my channel.
Tom, where can I hear you next? Is the question.
Where can you hear me next?
Yeah.
You don't know Jack.
Did you buy the party pack?
Apparently, all these people in chat have finished the party
do
pack.
that.
They're asking what's next. They're asking where there's DLC. They've already exhausted all the content in 2 days.
Drink every time no one talks about word puzzles. We're talking about word puzzles, but I'll drink it.
We didn't make word puzzles.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because someone keeps on saying it.
We did.
Like
Why
to
does
make
Ben
them.
keep saying that?
And
Word
then,
Putz is a great game.
Word Putz is a great game. As is not really a game, but Clone Booth.
And Lice
Although I
Water.
think it's haunted.
What about Lice Water?
Jordan Game says, "Give us a cookie podcast" in all caps.
No.
That's Tom. What do you
Yeah.
got?
Wait, what?
Tom's very distracted by the words on screen.
Oh, not to be a jerk, but
My arse.
I can't wait to hear this one.
but butter my arse and call me Charlie. Butter my arse and call me Charlie.
This is totally worth it.
That was good.
Now we need to use that somewhere.
Any chance you'd release the specs for the file formats from the old games so geeks like them can write tools to tear them apart and pull out the audio?
No.
No.
Probably not.
You're
But
such a geek, you can do it yourself.
But there are a lot of geeks that have managed to do this on their own.
Yeah, in fact, in 2011, somebody started sharing games with us.
Yeah, right. Look what we made.
I almost think that might be Adam, although I think that's
Oh.
somebody else.
Hat.
No, I don't know if Adam did it. It was like a... I forget the
Yeah.
guy.
I guess Evan wants a cookie, and then maybe he'll help. Yeah, we actually had a long back and forth with someone around the time we launched the console version, who reverse engineered the PS3
I was like, can I have the tools to actually...
and built a little tool to actually start making his own content. Yeah, and he started asking us all kinds of detailed questions, and we're like, listen, we can't do that. It's a platform, that we have a publishing agreement with. We can't just give you tools to go and exploit and somehow condone the hacking of consoles. So, similar thing here, I guess. But like I said, we're fans of kind of skunkwork projects, and when people do things that are somehow honoring the franchise, like, we're all about it. So we don't have issues with that.
Let's try this. How about, Tom, we'll tell you what it is, and then you say it back. How does that sound?
Okay.
King me.
King me.
This is not as exciting as I
No,
thought.
there's still quite a delay.
Because
Yeah.
you're going to give it away to the person who's about to type.
Yeah.
Me so horny.
Lice water, please.
People want to play on Lice Water? Is that-
Apparently.
All right, let's play one game of Lice Water, and then,
Well, delay makes it.
yeah,
Yeah, it makes it tough.
we'll figure out how to do something like this at some
Oh,
We
point.
can play Lice Water as if Tom had been a host.
We should, wait, did I do the wrong thing?
Keep going.
All right.
They can put a man on the moon, but they can't find a simple cure for audio lag.
I'm assuming that there's a legal reason they have a lag, right?
No,
No, it's technical. Yeah. I'm sure they will optimize that as fast as they can to eliminate lag at some point. Wow. All right, Lice
Steve,
water.
that's you, right?
Who?
On Fibbage?
Oh, Steve-O's face on Fibbage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
No,
Steve-O's.
Oh, it's actually it's a marriage of I took
My hair.
Steve-O's face and Mike's hair
And my hair. Yeah.
It's an abomination.
Actually, it's kind of amazing because Mike just came in. It was a regular day. He didn't blow dry his hair or anything. It looked washed.
I do wash my hair every day.
Looked
But
washed.
it was amazing. It was like I couldn't have styled it better for that.
That
What
reminds
day
me.
isn't that true?
That is true. It's like kind of.
Hey, something just happened.
Does your whole family have
Oh,
gray
did
hair?
we crash
Oh shit.
No, I still see it.
live now?
Hey, chat, you went off of
Oh,
info.
I see. I hit the wrong.
No.
I see.
Where are all the women?
That's a good question.
That is a great question.
Well, a few
We
of us
have
are.
a female host of
Right.
Ruffle.
What are you trying to pull up?
We had women once.
I'm trying to find. I have some of the original Fibbage art, but
Yeah, we did that at one point.
that sound is not good.
What is that sound?
I don't know. Tom, you still there?
Whatever's killing
Yeah.
her.
Maybe let's turn the volume. Oh, I can do that.
Wait, can you guys hear that?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Does it sound sort of? Okay, that's my. See, this is what I compete with. That's my neighbor's bath or shower.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought it was the game making that noise.
No, because my booth is right up against her bathroom. So when she turns on the sink or the shower, I.
The hell is that sound?
Do you ever hear loud poops?
No, she's pretty quiet.
Send her fiber packets.
She's respectful in that way. But you know what? It doesn't bleed through. I could record and it wouldn't pick it up. But I hear it.
I definitely hear it now.
We need to pay you more, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't know if I agreed with that, but our games are loved by women.
That's true.
Just saying. We do know that. In fact, that's probably a common misconception of You Don't Know Jack. People think it's college guys playing it in their dorm rooms or fraternities, and it's actually pretty equally split. In fact, some versions are more female than male that play them.
Where's You Don't Know Jill?
And it's an older demographic even. It's not a teenager. It tends to be, well, we've got two kind of groups of fans now. We've got the people that were with us from the beginning, who are now like in their late 30s and 40s, and then we've got the people who were kind of new to the franchise that are younger, teenagers in early 20s. And we try to write trivia and topical things that will appeal to both.
A lot of our younger fans are people whose parents who played it with their parents.
Yeah, that too.
I hear that a lot.
Yep.
That's a good question.
How many interns have you killed?
No.
Oh.
Do you guys ever use employment at Jackbox to attract women?
What's the answer?
I don't know. What's the answer, gentlemen?
Wait.
I've never.
Well, Tom, have you? I think you're the only single
No,
man in the...
I haven't.
Oh, all right. I mean, the rest of us are all married
Yeah, I'm
interns,
married.
so...
I started dating my wife like a month before I started working here, so.
You were like, I'm gonna be working at Jackbox Games.
For my marriage and my love was forged through the playing of Zork. So that gives you an aspect on how old I am.
That makes me sad.
What?
Sad.
You
We
like-
should celebrate that as a fellow gamer.
like-
Like, this is
you're like-
amazing. And
you're
that
like
makes me
Ghost Town.
sad.
No, you know what? My wife had this amazing ability to go north, south, like she knew all the like short codes. So she could take.
Thank you. We
anywhere
are
in the
awesome on
game
our own. Thank you
with
for
one
that.
string.
Oh, very nice.
Isn't that amazing? And she's not a programmer.
The problem is Xbox and PlayStation aren't geared towards women. I would somewhat agree with that. It's kind of a male-dominated hardcore gamer platform. Thankfully, PS3 has far more installs right now, so we can kind of capture a larger demographic with adding PS3. Steam and PC, maybe, again, more male-dominated. But we've also put our games, we put You Don't Know Jack and we put Fibbage out on the Amazon Fire TV. We did a version on Apple TV.
What about the Ouya?
That you can AirPlay. We did Ouya. I mean, we've kind of looked at all these set-top boxes. We have a version of You Don't Know Jack on Roku. So we're trying to broaden our spectrum because we make a casual game. We want to make sure, or a party game, we want to make sure it's on more accessible platforms than just all the hardcore consoles. So we will continue to kind of do that stuff. So Steam version of the party pack will be our first release on Steam since the 2011 You Don't Know Jack. And then, I don't know, going forward, we're going to keep looking at additional platforms. And we may actually bring the party pack to some of the devices that I just mentioned a minute ago. Arnie is feverishly trying to pull up a screenshot, so I'm sorry if we're a little distracted.
Yeah, sorry about that. I hope it's not annoying to watch me.
They can't see you.
But I lost the chat because I'm out of juice on my laptop. So what else you got going on there, Allard? You're
Let's
in
see.
control.
Really? Am I in control? Never.
Not this mouse. Can I have this mouse?
What's my mouse?
Oh,
Don't, you're
oh,
screwing me up over
It's
here.
just really nice.
It is. They don't make those anymore.
Mine's a piece of shit.
Let's see.
All right, sorry, we can get the chat back.
there we go.
Should
Thank you, Disco
Full screen.
Awesome. I love everything you guys do. Thanks for making family gatherings more memorable. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Because that's what it's all about.
That's right.
Yes.
We have tons of stories. Tom can tell you as well of letters that are written to the company about how You Don't Know Jack or our games have
Saved
been
relationships.
Saved
and families.
yeah, really. We had one that was super touching about saving a family, and
we brought them together.
Yeah, like,
it's very true. And
our
it's-
dad used to beat us until, like, You Don't Know Jack. Not serious.
I mean, not quite said like that, but I mean,
But-
very, very heartfelt stuff. And you know, like I met my wife this way, playing games, and you know, so
We gotta show them.
We had a marriage proposal.
that's right. We did a
it was in
marriage
the game.
proposal.
That still makes me cry every time I watch it.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
They're married.
Apparently,
You're married now.
yeah, and apparently Ben gets aroused.
I do.
She's
Wait.
pretty hot.
Didn't
Her
you
hair.
go meet with them or meet with him too afterwards?
I met with that guy. We went out for drinks in New York. He was out here. Very nice guy.
That's fun.
Have you heard from them since? Are they still married?
They just got married. Like within the past few months.
Festival.
Oh wow! Did you go to the wedding?
It was a long engagement. I didn't go to the wedding. We had sort of talked about that, but you know,
'Cause
scheduling.
you could have acted as the celebrant, as they say nowadays.
They do.
You could have been the guy who got them married.
The celebrant, isn't it the officiant?
No, well, they call them celebrants as well. Apparently,
The
my brother
official-
just got asked
The
to be a
ship,
celebrant.
the ship's captain.
That's right.
I'd love to have You Don't Know Jack on my Atari 2600.
We're doing it.
I mean, that could happen. We could reallocate Ben to making an Atari 2600 version. There would be no voiceover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to read every question.
Yeah.
And it would be limited to 2 players since that's the limit of controllers. But
And the pixel limitations mean the
Right.
questions would probably be about 3 words long.
correct. I mean, you'd have like 2 sentences max.
Yeah, there's no anti-aliasing.
There wouldn't be a screwing mechanism.
Yeah, instead of screwing, it would just be Pong.
Right. You'd play Pong with the wheel to screw.
I love that wheel.
But this is a great idea. In fact, with limited resources on hand, that's exactly what we should do.
Yeah.
Maybe in a television version, we've got the little dial pad.
I'm thinking Commodore 64, the Geos version.
2 weeks. You know what? It'd probably take Evan like a day, but
But
he's busy
Ben-
in chat, so he can't finish the Steam version right now.
Too bad.
As we're getting close to the end, should we talk about next week? Obviously, we're not here on Friday.
Yeah.
Do we want to do the stream earlier in the week, or should we just not do it next week? Or what do people in the
We
chat
can do it
think?
on I'm around Wednesday. You want to do it Wednesday?
Yeah, maybe Wednesday, although Wednesday is the busiest travel day of the year, I think. So
Yeah.
a lot of
Who's
people getting
traveling?
out of town.
Should we do it Tuesday? Although you won't be here
Do
Tuesday.
your job, Evan. I like that.
Let's all do it from our respective houses.
Yeah, because clearly the technology of looping Skype into streams has gone so smoothly that we should loop 12 different people in.
What if we did like Tuesday evening-ish?
I probably can't stay late. I got a baby.
Tell you what, we'll let everybody know if we're going to do it or not.
can
My
your-
suggestion would be the world is taking a break next week. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
Come
Can
back
your baby be in the
all the
stream?
better next week. Do one post-Thanksgiving to celebrate the Steam release. Well, the Steam release is happening pre-Thanksgiving because we're saying it's by Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So this is why Evan has to be very busy.
Right.
I'm busy, he says.
Right. So somebody bring Evan the Oreos so he can
Where
be
are the
motivated
Mega
to work
Stuff
again.
ones? Those aren't in here. Those are shitty book your birthday cake ones. These are shit.
The blondes are better.
What did Cookie record for the wrong answers in the marriage proposal?
Were there wrong answers?
She said no. Yeah, there was. There were. I don't remember what it was though.
I think they were like, oh, awkward.
You remember, Tom?
I do remember recording them. I don't.
You know what we should absolutely do? I mean, maybe in a few weeks, Tom, if you're free, we should have you back on, and we'll have that video, and we can play the video and talk more. Maybe we should even track those people down and see if we can talk to them on Skype about
That'd be
the
fun.
marriage.
He's
proposal.
Right,
he's
one
a
of those
Facebook.
episodes of like an
I could-
reality show.
It's like
I
our first
know what
throwback
it
Twitch
is.
show.
Look, Pack Dude.
All
Hack
right,
Dude,
good
crushing
work,
it.
Hack Dude.
Ooh, there's a squeaker.
An all word putts Twitch. It's a great idea.
Yeah, we should do a word putts Twitch. All right, before we close out, I want to show some of the Fibbage stuff people were asking about if it was Steve-O as the face of Fibbage. We did a bunch of photo shoots.
Are you gonna show me shooting them first?
Yeah, so here's Allard.
So that's our photo studio right
Yeah, it's
there.
an amazing green screen
Yeah,
photo studio.
right.
Next to our furnace.
And then
Then there's not a lot of room there, so it was pretty tight with that camera
yeah,
and that lens. Yeah.
and then that
No, scroll up. There it is, upper.
and then these were the finalists.
One of the guys that we're supposed to see Ghost. So.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
This is, the top one is Luke, our head of QA.
he's he looks a little dead there, but
That was my favorite one, personally.
Yeah.
He looks sort of like, it looks like a mugshot of a tree elf.
It's like Pinocchio got caught for a
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah. they ended up-
Thankfully, Luke will never have skin cancer in his life.
And then Steve-O in the middle and with Builder's hair.
Look at
the
like,
bottom.
and a builder's hair is untouched. That is unphotoshopped. I had nothing. I couldn't do anything to improve that hair. It's amazing.
It's pretty nice.
Steve-O, did you ever play Pinocchio in a school play? Because you've got it down, man.
Who does?
Steve-O.
Yeah,
He's got-
Steve-O does.
You got you just have the appropriate
I
Pinocchio
think,
expression
Like
going.
the emotion in your eyes for the
Yeah.
Pinocchio shot.
Yeah, he looks like a real boy.
He does.
I think
Steve
yeah.
will never grow old. The weird thing is, like, every time I shows that to my wife, she's always like, "Did he pluck his eyebrows for that?"
Those are
Very expressive eyebrows.
They are very
Thank you.
Very expressive hair.
Thank you. Yeah, I emote through my hair.
The nose, very expressive nose.
Chimberly Doctor, I don't know, says, should have swapped the hair and added the mustache.
Oh,
yes,
boo.
no way.
Not a fan of the hair.
All right, this is easily our longest,
Regis's head.
our longest Twitch feed yet. Thanks for stopping by, Tom.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I feel like we should have you say some send off,
Sure.
like some cookie-esque end
Yeah, right.
of the episode thing.
You don't know Jack.
Buy the party pack.
Cookie doesn't have a sign off.
I guess that's
True.
true. It's
No.
always like a really long thing.
It's
Like
motherfucker.
Masterson out.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. We'll see you, if not next week, then the week after.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.